Good evening. The United States has entered Israel's war with Iran, launching a coordinated attack from the sky and the sea, claiming to have destroyed 3 key nuclear sites. B-2 stealth warplanes dropped bunker-buster bombs in Fordo, while submarines fired cruise missiles at nuclear sites in Isfahan and Natanz. In a late-night address to the world, Donald Trump called it a spectacular military success, but Iran has started striking back, triggering chaos in Israel.
Donald Trump, wartime president.
A short time ago, the U.S. military carried out massive precision strikes on the 3 key nuclear facilities in the Iranian regime,
ordering in stealth bombers and submarines to unleash deadly force.
Tonight, I can report to the world that the strikes were a spectacular military success.
Military officials say 6 B-2 warplanes dropped up to 12 bunker-buster bombs on the Fordo nuclear site deep underground. At the same time, US Navy submarines fired 30 Tomahawk land attack cruise missiles, blowing up nuclear sites at Isfahan and Natanz. Natanz also hit with 2 bunker busters.
Iran's key nuclear enrichment facilities have been completely and totally obliterated.
These were the targets, Israel claiming the sites were being used by their sworn enemy to build a nuclear bomb.
History will record that President Trump acted to deny the world's most dangerous regime the world's most dangerous weapons.
The White House releasing images of the president in the Situation Room, where the attacks would have been watched in real time.
We're breaking now.
Across the US, news networks rushing to air.
News from the President of the United States.
On TV in Iran.
Iran now considers all US military bases in the region and American military personnel legitimate targets.
Yemen's Houthi military earlier today threatened to carry out more attacks like this in the Red Sea if the US attacked. This was Lebanon yesterday, locals supporting Iran, which finances Lebanese terror group Hezbollah. The president warning any retaliation by Iran against the United States will be met with force far greater than what was witnessed tonight.
Iran, the bully of the Middle East, must now make peace. If they do not, future attacks will be far greater and a lot easier.
On the streets of America, mixed reaction.
I'm like, oh no, this is happening.
President Trump's doing what he has to do.
I'm just struggling. I don't know what to do.
In particular, God, I want to just say we love you, God, and we love our great military. Protect them.
Our reporters are standing by. First to Maile Hogan in Washington, D.C. Maile, how much of a gamble is this for President Trump?
Mike, military experts are saying before the president gave the order to strike, he would have taken advice on possible retaliation. Besides those US military bases scattered throughout the Middle East being potential targets, there is also the possible risk of terrorists targeting US tourists and even US cities. The Homeland Security Secretary saying that her department will work unceasingly to protect the American homeland. And tonight, the New York Police Department has stepped up its presence at possible targets.
Maile, thank you. Now to Jacqueline Robson, who's on the ground in Tel Aviv, where Iran's response has already had devastating effects. Jackie, ballistic missiles have struck there.
Mike, soon after the US strikes, Iran fired back. This is a residential area of Tel Aviv where there is extensive damage to the apartments here and more than 20 people are injured. Glass windows have been blown out across the suburb here, and at the direct impact site, the building has crumbled away. What were once homes is now a mangled pile of concrete. Residents are in shock and they're stressed, leaving with just their suitcases and nowhere to go. Israel has now elevated the threat alert for its citizens, with one woman telling me it feels like the end of the world. Just hours after the US strikes, Iran's response. Missiles streaking across the sky, dawn sirens sending people across Israel's biggest city for bunkers. Even in a safe place, it's loud. Right now, we're hearing the first retaliation from Iran. It is expected to be more forceful and powerful than we've seen over the past few days, and just by listening to it, you can certainly hear that that is the case. Israel couldn't fend off every single rocket. This, the devastation in a residential part of Tel Aviv.
A missile fire hit right inside of a building complex behind me. We've already transported around 5 injured, still treating here wounded around us.
Their homes destroyed, these people getting out.
I'm very afraid, yes. I'm shaking up. That's exactly what I am. It was horrifying, horrifying. It was, we were in the shelter, but we were pushed from one side of the shelter to the other, and my apartment is destroyed.
The northern port city of Haifa also hit. Some Israelis had already spent the night underground, waking to the news of America had joined their fight on Iran.
I want to thank President Trump because I think he had a very good decision, because this could be the end of the war.
From Palestinians in the West Bank,
we hope that the war will end, not only in Iran, Palestine and Gaza, but all over the world, so that everyone can live in peace and happiness.
For decades, Israel has fought a proxy war with Iran, surrounded by militant groups supported by Tehran. Hezbollah in Lebanon, Hamas in Gaza, and the Houthis in Yemen. Since the October 7 attacks of 2023, all have been weakened. Hezbollah operatives hit by hundreds of exploding pages and walkie-talkies. Israel fighting a ground war with Hamas inside Gaza with a huge humanitarian cost. On June 12, an emboldened Israel took the fight to Tehran, beginning its bombing campaigns over Iran. Tonight, they have continued, Israel resuming its attacks on Iran's firepower soon after the US strikes.
President Trump and I often say, peace through strength. First comes strength, then comes peace. And tonight, President Trump and the United States acted with a lot of strength.
Israelis now contemplating what comes next.
I feel like it's the end of the world. That's what I feel.
In Tel Aviv, Israel, Jacqueline Robson, 7 News.